What's up everyone, Solemn Sunday here, and today we are going to fight the new boss, Dreadbloon. Now I've been messing around with this. I've fought Dreadbloon a couple of times by myself. I haven't gotten particularly far. I don't think we're going to beat Dreadbloon, but I think it'll be fun to try. I'll also make this video a little bit more beginner friendly than the last one was. I'll try and go over some different stuff. Give you kind of an idea of how to play this game or do boss fights if you don't know. I'm not particularly good at it, I wouldn't say. I got about 400 hours, but you know, having 400 hours and being good at it are two different things. So let's start off with the hero, right? I'm not entirely sure who the best hero is for this new boss. I've been running Churchill here, and I'm feeling pretty good about it, but honestly, I do not know. I like Sauda. I think we're going to go with Sauda here. See how it goes. You can see I've only made it to tier 3. I have popped tier 3, but I think it was like right at the end. I think I popped it on round 99 and then died from extra Bloons. So anyway, we're going to get right into it, and I'm going to explain a couple base mechanics really fast because I know a couple people who are new to this game are going to be watching this. So first and foremost, there is no limit on the amount of monkeys here that you can place. It's your money. That's your limit. The exception being certain game modes, there will be a little number in the corner, and then you're limited. But otherwise, there's no limit to these towers. However, there is a limit to your hero. You get one. Now, best placement for Sauda here, because her range isn't huge. I'm unsure. We could buff her range with a tower that does that. Personally, I like to put her right here, but here might be a better place. So we're gonna pop her down right here. She's a melee hero. She hits in like a close radius around her. Now you can see she's got an ability. That's what these are down here. Abilities, you click them once the timer is down and they do a thing. There are a whole bunch of different ones. Heroes get several usually, and all your different towers, they have a path, an upgrade path that will have an ability. It's got this little lightning bolt, that's how you tell. There's, I believe, it's always the middle path, and there's only the one. Yeah, I think it's always the middle path. Alright, so I'll explain towers here and how they work in just a moment. First, we should place our... I think we should do a Dart Monkey. And I think we'll do our Dart Monkey here. I think we'll do our Dart Monkey here, and I think we'll do Crossbow. Actually, let's do Top Path Juggernaut. We're going to be going up against ceramic balloons, and you can see these have a bonus against ceramics. That will be very helpful for us. So the way it works is you have these 3 paths, and you can upgrade one of them to 5 and one of them to 2. You're locked out of the third one. And there's a lot of versatility in this. For instance, this looks like it's speed, and this looks like it's sharpness, but that's not necessarily the case. Speed becomes a triple shot, like a shotgun. The bottom path is range, but then, even though it continues to go up in range, it's also got camo detection. Camo is going to be pretty important. Camo is, like, only things that can see camo can hit them. So let's talk about this boss a bit here. First, color-wise. Blue is primaries, green is military, purple is magic, and yellow is support. This boss, for each chunk of his health bar, is completely immune to one of these types of towers for that chunk. And then once the health bar is down, he gets a full ceramic shield again that you have to take down, and he's immune to a new type. He also shoots little balloons that are also considered as strong as blimps, and they're they have the same properties, whatever he's immune to when they come out, I believe. On top of that, we have to worry about lead. He's a lead based as well, so we have to make sure we have lead popping power. Sauda doesn't get lead popping power for a while. Level 7 is frozen balloons. She might not get lead ever off the top of my head. She gets fortified. We might have to put an alchemist on her so that she can get, hang on here. An alchemist would allow her to have some bonus damage with, and be able to pop lead with this. So we might have to do that. I'm not entirely sure, but I do think our best first bet is starting here with a dart monkey, and we're going to turn off auto start, but we'll leave it on until the boss spawns. And we're going to do top path on our dart monkey here. Top path, and let's do long range for camo detection, and we're going to set him to target last. And then we're gonna get rolling. Now, the balloons I have set up, they're a little smaller, so that it's easier to see what's going on. Normally the boss is much bigger, but he's gonna come out, he's gonna be a bit smaller. Now you can see Sauda is very fast, very good. Let's start getting out our different types of towers. I know no matter what, I want a boomerang, and I think I want it here. And the reason for that is I want to be able to use Glaive Lord. Glaive Lord does immense pierce damage against ceramics. That's the top path here. It has rotating glaives that will spin around it, but we gotta make sure we do bottom path too, because we need those red hot rangs to pop leads. Glaive Lord might actually be able to pop leads. I'm not sure if Glaive Lord can pop leads just by default. It can't until, like, the end here, if anything. Alright. And then we're gonna start farming. We can probably hold off on everything else while we build farms. I'm pretty confident in that. And then we'll just slow it down and build some towers. The first couple waves of the boss aren't terrible. Alright, we got one farm down. So the way farms work is they just drop bananas. The bananas are worth money. They just collect and go straight in there. So what's the game plan? What's going to be our magic monkey? Well, I was using a ninja earlier, and I'm going to be real with you. I wasn't particularly satisfied with the result. I had more than enough money in basically every aspect, but the output wasn't enough for me. So I think, and this is kind of a non-standard strategy here, but I think I'm gonna go with a middle path druid. The middle path druid does these big vines across the whole thing. Well, if you watched my last video, it does, you've seen it. It does vines across the whole stage. And I think the bonus damage, I think it got buffed as well, but I think the bonus damage with all the ceramics and stuff, I think it's going to be immensely helpful. So I think we're going to go druid. Now the boss won't show up till round 40. You can see 22 rounds here. Now typically the strategy for a boss that I've seen is you build as many farms as you can, and then you just keep leveling them up and collecting the bananas, and then you sell them. Bottom path, sell them, I believe, so that you get a little bit more for them. And from that, you buy all your monkeys at once, and then you sell your monkeys again, and then you buy the farms again. Technically, you don't lose money doing that, but like, I don't know, there's a bit of an opportunity cost in that. You are still losing money when you do that from like a technical sense. So I don't know how I feel about that strategy. I tend to try to min-max farms and what I'm doing. It doesn't always work out for me, but that's usually the strategy I go for. Now here's the issue. The issue here is we only have primary monkeys doing damage right now. We definitely want to design our setup in a way where the primaries are more towards the middle or back. And, uh-oh, we gotta get our red hot rings now. Alright, the primaries are more towards the middle and back, and the support are more towards the front. And the reason being, obviously, the way the health goes, it's always in the same order. It goes primary, military, magic, support. So when it comes out, it's not going to have any resistance, or rather immunity to support towers. It's only when it's at the end of its life. So I really think it's a good idea to front load support towers and back load primaries. Something I want to do is I do want to do a bottom path cannon. The problem with that is, I don't know, man. I haven't had good luck with it the last couple times I've been using it. In fact, it hasn't done too terribly much for me. I think we'll give it a shot. I definitely want the druid near the front. I think I want to do a spike factory. I don't know if a spike factory is going to have the damage output we want. Perhaps a better option is the engineer here. We'll take a look at the engineer, see what he's got. It's been a while since I've used engineer. I'm not a big engineer fan personally. Now there are paragons, but I don't think first off, we're not going to get the money for a paragon, right? 650,000. This ends at round 120. We're just, it's not feasible. The question is, can we get enough money for a boomerang paragon? That's 325,000. That's a lot cheaper. I'm not entirely clear if the immunity extends to paragons, and that's what scares me. I haven't made it far enough to test that yet, but it definitely has me concerned. Now, helicopter, not normally a popular choice for this sort of thing, but I really like middle path helicopter. I think middle path helicopter is a very good, let's put him right here. I think middle path helicopter is very good in terms of gaining money, farming. It pays for itself pretty fast. So does middle path sniper. Are they the best for a boss like this? I'm not entirely sure, but we're going to try and get a middle path sniper set up. Since it is middle path sniper, I want to be able to get some good, okay, let me explain a little better. Sniper has shrapnel shot. Shrapnel shot explodes backward from where it shoots from. So we want it to kind of be lined up, right? So that we do better collateral damage there. I think we have room for one more farm. Time for one more farm, rather. Maybe two. I just don't want to over-farm. I probably should have placed these down a little bit ago. I don't want to over-farm and screw us when it comes to our other options here. Alright. Hard Thorns and Thorn Swarm. And we'll go to... we'll finish these upgrades here very soon. See, middle path sniper, rather expensive, but it does pay for itself, again, pretty quickly. The problem is, we have to be able to hit leads as well. Now, I think regular attack damages lead and increases shrapnel popping power. So we don't need to do top path, we can do bottom. It's just that it's going to be very difficult to afford that by the boss. We probably can't. But we are going bottom on that. We can just accept that this sniper is not going to be hitting the boss. And let's do... Whoops. If we can, we'll grab our lightning next. Are we going to be doing enough damage for the boss? I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence. We definitely need to get our Juggernaut. And I think we'll be able to get the Juggernaut in time, honestly. Yeah, we can. Now, of course, Sada, absolutely crushing it. Doesn't really need any help yet. Yeah, we're doing all right currently, all things considered, I would say. The question is, can we get that first layer broken before we get to the Boomerang Monkey? That's what I would like to know. And, also, out of curiosity, can we fit a village here and hit the Boomerang Monkey? I don't think we'd be able to. Alright, here's the boss. I think we're doing really good damage on the shield, it looks like. This guy is doing nothing, I don't think. He can probably hit the ceramic layer, actually, so that's fine. But I don't want to drop the 5k on that. I'd rather save the 7k and buff him to hit leads. So I think we're going to have enough for that. You can see how slow the boss moves. That might be slower than you expected, but it's not slow enough, especially as things get later, I'll tell you that much. Alright, that should be a big damage boost. Oh yeah. That's good stuff. I think we're doing okay. I think we're definitely doing okay. We gotta set this druid to strong, I think. And let's do Jungle's Bounty, so we can start getting money as fast as possible. Uh-oh. Okay, this is bad. Because Sada doesn't have that lead popping ability. We have to do something about this fast. Let's do a top path, bottom path wizard and set it to strong. Let's see if this will be enough. I'm very worried about this. Boy, something isn't right here. Okay. Okay, what's the play? Do we really have no option but to put an alchemist on Sada? I think that might be our only play. And even then, it might be a bit too late for that. I hope not, but it might be a bit too late. Heck. That Moab might even get through. Okay, good. We're doing, like, decent damage against everything else. It's just this guy specifically. I think we'll get there in time if we keep using abilities. He also has some sort of taunt he can use on towers that I think disables them a bit. Once he hits Sada again, he should be in trouble because we've got that acidic mixture. Let's speed it up a bit. No harm in that. I'm gonna start doing bottom path on these. I like marketplaces. I know it's not the best option economically. I think it's actually banks, but alright, pop him. Good, good. We're doing better now. I still don't think it's going to be quite enough on this guy. I think we do need the cannon, as much as I hate to say it. Boy, I really didn't want to use the cannon again. Let's try and put it in a place where we can buff it with a village later. Alright. If we can get this ability, boom. Alright, that ability should be active in just a second here. And this ability will do a huge amount of damage to this thing. Like an insane amount of damage. The problem is, you can't use that when, you can't use that when he's immune to primary. So I think we're doing okay. Definitely not as good as I'd like to be on the first round here. But we've already made 2,400 off of this sniper here. We're about to make another bundle. 1,200. Nice. Now, if we can pop his magic immunity, that will be immensely helpful. I think we start getting markets right away. I think that's the plan. Markets, not as economical, but I don't have to keep messing around over here collecting bananas. It's very annoying to do, unfortunately. Kind of just the way it works, though. But I think we'll start grabbing a couple now. Getting tired of scrolling my mouse up and down over here. They do give you more money. It's just not as good as another path, as far as I'm aware. And also, something important, we have to have him beaten by the time the next one would appear, round 60. We will. It's not a big problem, but something to be aware of. Alright, pop him. There we go. Alright, 8 rounds. Until the next one appears. And he appears significantly buffed. Significantly buffed. Will we be able to do it? I'm not sure. I'm really unsure. Alright, cool. Markets. That's going to help a lot. Next up, I say we go Elite Sniper. The Elite Sniper is going to be helpful. I'm wondering if the helicopter isn't better against this guy, simply because you can move towers that would otherwise be locked to a specific region. And I think we're going to try and do that. I'm going to put a helicopter over here. Put it on top path, which gives us pursuit. It automatically just, like, rushes the front. Alright, we're already at 20-some K. So let's do middle path. We have a support Chinook, which allows us to pick up and move towers. I believe it's the only tower that can move other towers. It's not the only tower that can, like, move, though. There's a couple others, at least one other. Alright, we are almost to Elite Sniper. The reason I want to grab Elite Sniper instead of upgrading another farm is it'll give us a better box here. And also, I believe it buffs our damage. Alright, so this ability here with the bananas I've been clicking, that comes from this druid, just for the record. So here's what I was talking about. Boom, total immunity. Total immunity to that. Definitely a problem. So I say we go Spirit of the Forest first. I think Spirit of the Forest will be what we need. I'm not a fan of having this this wizard here, but it was an act of desperation, and I think it's what saved us. We're gonna start getting a lot of money from this heli. The question is if it will be enough. We're definitely, like, whittling down this first layer very well. See, the problem with the acidic mixture is it does wear off, and it's attack number based. So, the faster a monkey attacks, the quicker it wears off, which means Sada isn't quite getting her full use of acidic, like the full benefit of acidic mixture, because she does a lot of attacks, but they're not as strong. It would be better served on something that attacks slow, but does a lot of damage. That said, we're gonna start dropping central markets. Central markets, you can see the income boost is already huge. Alright. We should have an ability here. The Chinook also drops money. I'm not sure I said that. It gets a little stressful here sometimes. I know I did it and I referred to it, but I didn't know if I actually said that was an ability it gets as well. Alright. This first layer is our toughest because our big damage comes from the primaries, for sure. Ah, shoot. Okay, do we do an upgrade on our farm? Or do we upgrade somebody over here? I think we have to upgrade someone over here. The question is who? I think we go for more Glaive and Glaive Lord, and I think it's an easy win on this round. The question is, if we can win without it, are we better served in the long term by getting the money, right? That's the big question. And I'm not sure. I don't know if we can win without it, because he's just so much. That immunity to primary really hurts us, because we lose the ability of this cannon. I think we'll get there in time, especially once it gets down here near the druid again. If you can hear my cat in the background, I apologize. He's being a bit noisy. Okay, we're gonna get through the layer. Hang on, I have to let him in. Come on, bud, we're in a boss fight. Get it together. Sorry about that. He kind of does his own thing. More like he owns me sometimes. Alright, let's see here. We can do an upgrade to this eliminator here, and it will absolutely shred this guy. But I don't know if it's worth the money right now. I think we definitely just need the Glaive Lord. And that might be a mistake. It might be a mistake choosing Glaive Lord over the cannon, but we're gonna go for it. Look at that. Look at the damage on this Glaive Lord. Watch this. Now, we're at 25k health now, but I'm pretty sure the last stages are in the millions. It's a lot. I definitely don't see us winning this one. At least not past stage 3. But we're gonna give it our best shot. That Glaive Lord is something fierce, though. I can tell you that. We're making a bit of a play. Ah, shoot. I didn't even realize I wasn't using the cannon because of the immunity. And the immunity's been off for a while. My bad. That was just negligent play there. But I don't think it's an issue. I think we've got that part in the bag. Yeah, okay. The question now, Druid? I say we get a T5 of the magic tower, the primary. As long as we've got a T5 of each, I think we're in better shape. I don't really want to count our sniper here as a T5 military because he's more of like a support T5. He's not really a damage T5. But combined with the T5, with the almost T5 helicopter, it might not be an issue. Yeah, this is a sure thing, this one. Now this is going to be a bit of a longer video. These boss fights, they take a while. Okay, we're gonna do Spirit of the Forest. I think it'll immensely help our damage output. This guy doesn't earn a lot of money, but definitely makes up for it with this damage boost coming up. Alright, and we got 8 rounds. I tried minigun last time, the Dartling Gunner, and I just was not satisfied with our damage output against the boss. So, I do think we need Spike Factory with bombs. I think that is a really good option for us. The question is where to put it, where we get the most reach. And I think we put it like right here. It doesn't give us the most reach, but remember, we don't want to be far back on the tracks. We want to be up front with our support tower. We're going to wait to upgrade this till we get closer to the boss here. See if we can't squeeze a little more out of these markets. We are going to be getting more money from the druid now, at least. Alright. We can speed things up a bit. How much money has our sniper given us? 24k, 12k. We're doing good on money, I think. We probably could have done a couple more farms at this point. So let's just do... We might as well do them, right? No harm in that. Slow things down a bit here. Alright. Don't want to miss out on those abilities. Once you have so much stuff going on that you start missing abilities, it can get a little dicey. Okay, let's see what we got here. We'll do more money. We can always sell these farms, right? They sell for not everything we put into them, but 17, almost 18k. It's pretty good. It's a pretty good yield, all things considered. So I'm not too worried about our investment there. We do have a contingency plan if things go too terrible. And the next thing we're doing is we're investing in spike mines and faster production. Because we just want to be hammering this guy as hard as possible, and we want to be focusing on ceramic damage. And I think we have our best ceramic damage options. We've got the Spike Factory, we've got the Druid, we don't have Top Path Sniper, which I think we should get. I think Top Path Sniper is going to be better for us than Bottom Path Sniper, which is like a speed-based kind of guy. And then we've got the, the Boomerang. So I do think we grab a Top Path Sniper. And I think we set this guy... actually, we can set them both to Elite. Elite isn't the best, but it's alright. My buddy doesn't like Elite. He's always a little more into the meta and the min-maxing kind of knowledge than I am. But I think Elite is fine. It's always served a purpose for me, so... Maybe I'm missing out on something I don't really know about, but... I think it's a fine targeting system. So to explain what I'm even talking about, once you get to Elite Sniper, you get Elite Targeting, which you can set other snipers to, and they attack, I believe the way it works is they target the strongest balloon on screen, and then when they get to a certain point, they target the first balloon. So anything that slips through still gets targeted. Which seems pretty good if you ask me. Alright, I don't know if we go with Cripple Moab when the boss is about to appear. I think we save our money for a minute. You know what? Let's do Cripple Moab and increase our damage to him. Yeah, I'm feeling good about that. I'm feeling real good about that. Okay. We're at 120,000. If you recall, our last one was 25k. So this is like a big difference in a bad way. I don't know if it's feasible to win this. I think we do a Super Monkey here, maybe. I don't want him stealing the buff from our hero. But I think that's pretty much inevitable. So, okay, we do a Super Monkey. Let's do it here. Gives us a bit more range, I think. And then we will do... Let's see. What's our best bet? Let's slow things down a bit. What's our best bet in terms of damage to ceramics? I like Robot Monkey personally, but I'm wondering if we'd be better off with something like the Dark Champion. We're going to go Dark Champion with Plasma Blasts. We don't need the bonus range because we'll be able to move. And we're going to see if that does anything for us. Again, sorry for my cat if you can hear him. He's really acting up tonight for no apparent reason. I think it's because I'm recording a little later than normal. Okay, we're going to easily beat the primary round way sooner than I thought we would. And that really fills me with confidence. Let's start popping that outer layer here. We can upgrade our bomb shooter. The question is if it's going to be worth it. That ceramic layer is brutal. Something I didn't mention earlier, you can only have one tier 5. You can have as many of a tier 4 as you want, but once it gets to tier 5, that's your only tier 5 of that specific one. So we can't have more than one Glaive Lord in a better spot. This is it. This is where he is. That's why placement's so important. Then again, we do have the helicopter. We can move stuff. And in fact, I think I'm going to move this a bit. I think I'm going to move it. Ah, shoot. I'm not really a fan of either of those locations, because I don't want it to put it on the track too far away. Alright, we have our immunity to military coming up. That's going to hurt us a little bit in terms of damage. Simply because we have a lot of damage coming from military dudes. But I think it'll be okay. I'm going to keep upgrading these farms because I think that's our winning strategy, right? We should... Now, there is one thing that I should mention. If you noticed, I was healing from these. And now I'm not. But I believe that's because the difficulty changed once we hit round 80. But hear me out. Things get a little more expensive too, I think. But if my game doesn't look exactly the same as yours, I've been playing a long time. I have a lot of monkey knowledge, which this is for my newer viewers who haven't played this before. If you haven't played this before, it's like a skill tree that you slowly level up. You get like the points to do that while you're playing the game. So I have one that lets these heal me. If you see something, you're like, that's weird, my game doesn't work that way. It's probably a monkey knowledge I have. That's what I'm getting at. Ugh. I am a bit nervous about how things are going now. I think we need to invest in a little more defense here. I think we do the Eliminator. Is the Eliminator enough? That's the question. I don't know if the Eliminator is going to be enough. We do have the Glaive Lord. We're not super far, and he's at, what, half health? I think we're fine. But I do think it's worth keeping an eye on. Can we fit a village here to do a little bit extra on our primaries? You know, something I hadn't even considered. What if we do Monkey Intelligence Bureau and we use it to allow some hits we otherwise couldn't have? Does Monkey Intelligence Bureau break immunity? That's a really good question, and we need to know. So let's pop down here. Ah, shoot. Can we get it in Sada? Sada range? I think if we do this and we go bigger radius, Yes, Sauda is in the village. You can tell there's a little icon. Alright. Let's see if that does it for us. So, Monkey Intelligence Bureau lets us hit balloons we otherwise couldn't hit. It doesn't seem to be doing it, because we're still getting the immunity pop on magic monkeys. Shoot. Okay, it was worth a shot. I guess that'd be too easy, right? Excuse me one moment. Sorry about that. Like I said, these things run a bit long. Let's see if we can't get that Dark Champion now. I think we're going to get through this. Doing pretty good on funds, I would say. This Dark Champion is absolutely shredding now. Can we get Super Mines at 150k? And is that even a good investment? I think so. I think Super Mines is a great investment. And we've got 8 rounds. Whew. I think Super Mines is a great investment, but I think we need more farms, at least temporarily. I think we'll do a Monkey Wall Street, or yeah, Monkey Wall Street. This section's a bit slow. There's not much to do here, because we've pretty much got all our regular damage output handled, right? It's just a matter of if we can do enough damage in the brief period it takes to take out the boss. I don't think we need the MIB. I think it was a waste of money. The top path on it might help. The question is if it's worth selling. It's probably worth selling for the little extra we can get back and just doing a double top path, I think. That will give us a bit more... Actually, if we go even higher here, we get some serious range on that boomerang. So, pretty happy with that. Okay. Look at how fast we got our 60k back. That's insane. I think we need to move the Spike Factory, regardless. I think we have to. But I think we move it here. There's no way he's passed, like, into the support immunity at this point, I don't think. It was last time. But this time, I don't think so. So I think it'll be good to have the Spike Mines here. If we can get the last 50k in time. And I think we can. And I think once we have Spike Mines, I think we roll with that, and I think we try to get the boomerang. We try to get the boomerang dude, Paragon. I think we can afford the boomerang Paragon, honestly. If we sell all of these, 17k each, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's almost 100k, give or take. And then we've got this for 70k. I don't know, guys. I think we can get the boomerang Paragon. The question is if he's immune to it, and that's the scary part. I don't think this bomb shooter is going to do us much more good for much longer. So I think we're going to sell it soon. 20k is a pretty big deal. Yeah, I say we sell the bomb shooter. We upgrade to super mines. This is a high damage tower. This is insane damage. Look at that. Look how fast the pop count is going up. Wild. Watch. It drops 1. They do fire damage. It drops 1 and it goes up. Hopefully we'll see here in a second. They aren't even coming through to the spike tower barely. So that's pretty awesome. Okay. Let's do our middle path boomerang here. On top of the boss, we also have to fight the level 100 wave, so. Okay, I think. Oh yeah, oh shoot, look at that. Look at that number. This is the most satisfying part of the game. We'll pop our thorns to see if that does anything for us. I'd just like to point out 260,000 hit points. 260,000. Wow. Let's take him down, and now we're going to be doing our primary damage. That's where the big number is going to be coming in. Absolutely shredding him. Look at that. Alright, so we got to put our last primary down. We need, I believe, yeah, Moab Domination. Let's do faster throwing. Now we could get a higher level Paragon if we wanted, but, and the way that works is a Paragon is, you have 3 tier 5s of one tower. Not every tower has a Paragon, only some of them. And it's like a super duper tower. Boomerang is one of those. It's 325k. The question is, I lost my train of thought. Sorry about that. The question is if we can afford it, right? And the question is if we level it up. A leveled up Paragon is you basically get more tier 4s in any combination, but preferably the most expensive combination of upgrades. And then when you make the Paragon, it eats all of that specific tower and makes you one big super strong one with high level. I think we win this. Honestly, I think we win this. I think we beat the boss, which I had no plans to do. I thought we were going to get stomped by the first one. I thought I would screw up so bad. As long as we can take those ceramic, the rock balloons he makes out. Wow, we're already on support immunity. Holy crap. The next one's at wave 120. And we're going to have the, we got to slow down just to be safe here. I don't want to screw it up. We have the Paragon in our back pocket here. Even if we just have to sell these, we have an immediate Paragon. We have enough money for it. So I'm not worried about that. And also, I believe their pop count contributes to the level of the Paragon. 500,000. Wow, look at that. Last time we checked on this guy, we were at like, what, 200k? And now look, it's almost 2 million. That's insane damage output. Okay. We're gonna take this guy down. Hey, I guess I accidentally made a tutorial for this week's boss. There's probably an easier way to do it, but honestly, we haven't really struggled. He could just be kind of easy, needs fine-tuning, I don't know, but I've had fun with him. The last couple rounds, I got absolutely just wiped by him, so I don't know if it's that. Alright, took him down. Tier 4. Let's see if we can take down Tier 5. Let's try and get that Paragon. Let's try to get the Paragon before we even mess with selling. We should be able to. Nice. Nice. Sorry this is such a long video, but it looks like we might beat the hour. We might get it done in under an hour. Alright. Do we pop him now, or do we wait a couple rounds and, like, level him up, so to speak? I say we get a couple more to level him up. I don't know what the best option is for that. I'm just going to do a couple random. Worst case scenario, I'll sell. But it doesn't hurt to try and level him up a bit. It's probably best actually putting all of these guys at the beginning so they get more pops. I'm making more money than I can even place these guys with, so I'm not really worried about that. And I know which one I'm going to turn into the Paragon. Boy, I love this game. Bloons, man. This new boss is so good. We could just, like, pause the game and place all of them down, but I don't know. I don't really want to do that. Okay. While we're at it, should we try and grab... I don't think we're going to be even close to get something like the Ninja Paragon. 600k? I mean, we have a lot of money, but I don't think... Yeah. Alright. I say we make our Paragon here. Right here in the middle. Only level 28. Not great, but I'll take it. And let's see how our Glaive Dominus does against the boss here. Again, he could be, for all I know, he could be immune. And I think he is. I think he's immune. Oh no, we should have waited to do it. We should have waited to do it until after we broke this first layer. I didn't even think about that. We could have done that. I'm not worried. We have a lot of options here. We have a lot of money. Still, a bit of foresight I should have had. Didn't even think of. Probably would have been smart. Okay, so we gotta bust this first layer. What's the fastest way to bust this first layer? Legend of the Night. That's how you get monkey knowledge, by the way, leveling up. Legend of the Night is doing immense pops. 3 minutes, wow. Okay. We should be able to pop, 1 million is the final hit points here. We should be able to pop that. We could do another magic monkey, but I feel like maybe we should do like a military monkey. I don't know. Yeah, let's do the big old laser, right? See if that does anything for us. 80k is a lot. We still have 80k. $87. We're getting there, boys. Ooh. I think we've got this. But it's tight. Until that Dominus hits him. Look at that thing shred. We'll move our Legend of the Night. Massive pierce on him. We're gonna hit right with the Spike Factory when we need to, it looks like. Alright, we're gonna move our Legend of the Night. Because he's not doing anything up there. We might as well grab T5 Prince of Darkness. Look at those glaives! Might as well grab a couple extra upgrades. It's not gonna matter. Once we got through that scary first layer, it's good to know that Paragons are affected by that, though. Can you imagine if we spent all the money on, like, a Ninja Paragon or something, and it was our only source of damage, and we just couldn't do it? I mean, that's 200,000 damage per type. So we would have to come up with 200,000 damage really fast. Let's pop him. We did it. We're not fighting the elite version. We're just fighting the standard version. But we did it. We beat him. Wow. And there he is. Just barely above the Spike Factory, I think. That's something awesome. Let's see. Let's see how much above the Spike Factory was. Hey, that's a really good Insta. 4.4, 4.9. Barely. Wow. Pretty good pop counts on some of these guys. If you'd like to see them, you can pause while I'm clicking through here. That guy got a lot for being just added near the end. Alright. Wait, helicopter. Not a lot, but pretty good on money. Honestly, how much money did our... 84k? Wow, so this guy's way better for money. And... a lot better for damage. Really probably worth considering. Alright, well, apparently that's been how you beat Dreadbloon. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will see you next time.